Here we go then, week 9. And it's going to be a little bit different, this match today. Welcome along. If you're keeping up with the series, it's obviously week 9 out of 13 of United Scarab Khemirates. This is how we're looking. Going into this one, we're still top of the league. We have a full complement of players, which is great news. 150k in the bank, and we've also got a cheerleader and a coach assistant now. Just try and scum a few rerolls here and there from kickoff events. TV is 1690, and our opponents today feature, well, it's Wood Elves, firstly. It features one of the most interesting Wardancers you're likely to see. This is what the team looks like. 2-2 roll Pop Owl here. RG5, Strength 4, Kick, Strip Ball, and Tackle. The Moody Woodpeckers are a former miners team. So the coach, LitillStaralfur, has been learning on the job when he was building this team up. And was, I believe, told by someone, you just take Kick on a player. It's really good. It's a good way to protect them. So the rumour goes. Now the Wardancer has Kick, but he's still too good to fire, really. We are actually going to be getting some inducements because the 2 journeymen taking the Woodpeckers up to 1800 TV. He does have 150k in the bank, and I'll be interested to see whether he's planning to spend any of that. He could scum a wizard, but of course that would hand me all the inducement cash in the world for this one. They are currently down in 10th place in the division, our Littill's team. He might opt to buy a Bloodwiser Babe or 2 as well, because he's only going to have the 11 players. There we go. There's the 1 coming out of his own pocket. Will he go for 2? Because removals are going to be all important here. He's going to go for a Wandering Apo as well, so he is spending 150k. That gives me plenty of petty cash to work with. So the question for me becomes now, do we want to just throw this all into bribes so we can go fouling crazy? Or do we perhaps want to pick up a wizard? We're certainly going to take a bribe. I don't know how much use a wizard is, to be honest, against Wood Elves. Because they are pretty useful at scampering away. Although what we do have is a lot of players on the bench. You know what? I will take a wizard for this one. And I'll explain why as what my thinking, or what the thinking that I'm going for is here as the game's loading up. We'll also take a Bloodwiser Babe just in case of random KOs, because we've got the cash to burn from our own pocket. So if this Strength 4 RG5 Wardancer starts getting a little bit silly, shall we say, there's every chance that the ball might end up, because we're quite a slow team, there's every chance the ball might end up scattered away towards our own backline, where we can't catch it. So that wizard is actually going to work as like a safety net against that sort of play. So if one player escapes our attentions, we can bolt him down and try and recover the situation. All going to plan. Anyway, but this is the first of, we've got 2 games against Wood Elves across the next 3 weeks. We will see how it goes. We are at home, which means that we have our own stadium enhancement, sorry. The Squig Sandwich Kiosk, meaning there'll be no riots and no rocks. So we're going to have to kill that Wardancer all on our own. So yeah, Parmu has won this week already, meaning that he is now just 1 point behind. He beat the Crusaders of Calador 1-0. But a win here would put us 8 points clear of 3rd place. If we lose, then that's no wins in the last 3 weeks, and that means the wheels would be falling off ever so slightly. Given the option here, we will want to give the Elves the ball first. Yeah, I think we do want to give the Elves the ball first. So there's a tree with break, tackle, guard, and stand firm as well. We're going to set up really wide with the skeletons so that the tree can only possibly mark up 1 player. Now, I do kind of feel like I might want to throw Rat on the field as well, but I don't necessarily want to sacrifice a dirty player. Now we've got bribes in our pocket, right? Rookie Tomb Guardians to the outside. Setting up wide just so we've got that little bit of extra movement when the inevitable happens. Actually going to set these 2 Blitterars up centrally as well. Just to allow them to... This one's moving 5. This one's moving 7, so it can reach either sideline. But if I set up Round Bowman here, it gives Littil an obvious idea to move to the other side, doesn't it? So, I do feel like I want to throw her on the field. I might actually be willing to sacrifice... Are we willing to sacrifice the guard skeleton here for this first drive to get a throw Ra with block on the field? I don't want to put any of these skeletons on the front line, because if I put the dirty player on the front line, he's going to get chinned by the tree. I am going to sacrifice the guard skeleton for a throw Ra, just in case we do manage to turn that ball over and we've got someone to pick it up on our own drive. Or on his drive, I should say. So it's all about, really, in terms of this team, that is a very nice thrower. It's Agi 5 strong arm and block, so that's pretty much 2 pluses across the board. This is the key man. This is a plus armor lineman who isn't really too big of a problem. This catcher is quite nice, but is also niggled. So if we get a shot at him, he has wrestle and block. You can see how this team has been built up while LitillStaralfur was still learning the game. So there's lots of sort of skills not working really well in what's the word I'm looking for? In conjunction with each other. But it is a leaper as well, is Roadrunner. His record for the season is 3-1-4, so it's 3 wins, 1 tie, and 4 losses. And again, he has played both of the other Khemri teams. He lost 1-0 to Parmu, as so many people do, and managed to pick up a 3-0 win against Thurnlow quite early in the season. So that is the sort of way it can go if the Wood Elves start Wood Elfing. It's not particularly aggressive setup so far, in terms of trying to score quickly. Here comes that kick, and it's a perfect defence, which is exactly the sort of thing I want to see, especially when that ball's about to land in that sort of region. So we can now put lots of Tomb Guardians on the front line and deny all of these blocks. I am going to leave that player on the tree because I do want 1 skeleton tied up against the tree. We are going to spread right, because again, if we see a touchback here, there's every chance that the ball could end up way too far away from my entire team. And we don't want that. Land here, please. Nope, it is a touchback. That's okay, we haven't overly committed to one side, which of course would have meant that the Wood Elves could have just shimmied everything over to the other side of the field, so it's not too bad. But at the very least, we've denied most of these initial blocks against the skeletons. And, even better, this isn't a 3 dice anymore. So we've also got the Tomb Guardians quite wide, which means I would imagine we're going to see, depending on which side he chooses to go, we'll see this Wardancer target one of the Tomb Guardians on either edge. And a first action treat and roll a double push. Does have grab. But that is this skeleton's job right now, to just keep that tree tied up until it roots. So unless he's marked up, I can guarantee you on the next turn he's going to step back towards the tree. If he's willing to throw some very leery dodges, he might be able to get a 1 dice on this Tomb Guardian. I don't think that's worth it, to be honest. Right now, I think Litill's best strategy would actually just be to disengage the situation. He's not going to win a fist fight. As much as old Tootsie Roll Pop Owl might think he is. Famous last words there, of course. So taking plenty of time to think about how he wants to do this. Looks like, as predicted, he is going to target one of the Tomb Guardians towards the edge. I'm fine with it being that side because all of my killers are over here. That's a Wardancer who's getting committed to the front line. I'll show passing interest in that. So here comes that blitz from the key player. Does get a knockdown. Doesn't break armor. And does have to take a dodge away. But that is a Wardancer. Right where I want to see a Wardancer right now. In fact, if we play our cards right, it depends how this setup goes. There may be a shot on him. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself until we see where the rest of the elves move at this point. Takes a 2 dice uphill on set 7. Well, that's bold. We're going nowhere. And another, and that is a skull. Will he re-roll that? Early doors. That's one on the floor. So, happy with that. Right, so. Options here. It's going to be difficult to get this guard into play here. In such a way as I'd need it. To get myself a 2 dice on the key player. So we're not going to target him. We're going to target the rookie dancer on the front line. This tree is going to be tied up by that skeleton. And we are also going to move a Tomb Guardian around here. Just so we can play around this switchback. 3 dice there. There's a potential for a foul here too, so I'm not going to move the dirty player just yet. I don't actually think we can get a 3 dice in here because we'd need this guard player. I need 2 GFIs to do that, and I don't like GFIs. That is good. We're going to stay where we are though, just to hold this line. Mighty Blow doesn't hurt the loner. So the idea now is you're going to go there. And then it's going to be you coming over here for this shot with tackle. And I will pro that into not a good result. So that is not ideal, actually. We're going to have to push him away. And we'll leave him in contact. Now, what we need to protect ourselves against is a potential surf here. If that Wardancer got a bit silly. So that wasn't really rewarded in the way we'd like. 3 dice there. Finds a POW. Again. We'll just hold this line. Now, option for the foul on this Armor 8 player. Which I don't think is too bad an idea, actually. We'll take a 2 assist foul. Then it's going to be a case of you chilling here. Right now he's got the option of a 1 dice. He can maybe make it a 2 on Swift. And then he could leap over to try and surf him. That option is there. So we will take this foul. Let's see how we go. Just a stun, but no send-off. So we've got 2 stunned. 1 on the floor. But no removals yet. And that is not what we want to see. So there's a potential gap for him to work with here if he's willing to use the tree to open up that spot. The first action tree potentially. It's risky. So the loner's being brave. That doesn't cancel that assist to allow him to use the block player because of course set 7 is guard. And there's actually no way for him to make that 2 dice there, but he does get the power with the tree. That might open up the gap he's looking for. Although he will need dodges to get through there. Tree's presumably going to follow this to get that movement. Oh, no. Well, okay, the skeleton's injured, which means the gap still exists. So he does regen. But it's 2 SPP for the tree, Scrooge McDuck. So there's a 2+ dodge there. And that could be the hole. He could maybe make a cage in the centre here. And then I'll be considering whether to fireball that or maybe get the lightning bolt into play. We'll see how things look after this particular turn. If he scores in 3 turns, of course, it's not a disaster. But we would like to keep a clean sheet. A 2+ dodge there. That'll open up some space for him. Dodge skill works. Oh, and Sure Feet's done as well. So is he planning to just maneuver this all the way out to that side already and maybe throw a pass? Does he think he's out of range? Remember, we do have the wizard. The one thing that I'm going to be keen to make sure doesn't happen is a big stall, of course. So another catcher's through. Is the Wardancer going to be next, I wonder? Again, it's a Wardancer that's exposed, right? If I decide not to bolt, we can just easily target a Wardancer here. But this is to be expected. The elves are going to give us the run around a bit. Khemri being notoriously slow. He's considering a dodge to here. Maybe he's going to go all the way around to blitz that Tomb Guardian. Needs a GFI. GFI is good. And we will not stand firm there. Just in case he does opt to foul. So that has opened up quite a gap for him to move into now. Another GFI. Oh, and it fails. So that'll be a reroll gone, because it's a clear shot on the ball right now. Just get away with it with that 2. We would have had this for dinner. Spare players over here as well. If he's going to make a pass, he does have the pass skill on the thrower, of course, and the catch skill on the catchers. The elves are on the move. And he is going to pass to this one on the far side. That's okay. So, the question that we have to ask now is, can we... I don't think a bolt is good here. He has offered me a fireball on these 3. But that might potentially be a waste of a good wizard. I don't think bolting the ball is really going to achieve anything for me here when you've got these sort of players hanging around. He's likely to just score anyway. What I need to make sure is that he scores quickly. No, I'm not going to bolt. So I also don't think I can get a 2 dice on this irritation that has tackle. No way we can quite do that. So it's probably going to be targeting the rookie Wardancer again. See if we can't just get one of them. There's a shot on the ball, actually. There is a shot on the ball. If we want to take 2 GFIs. How useful is that? I might be willing to take 1 to mark it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can maybe take more GFIs to get right in front of it here. This could work as a play. Let's hit him first. That is more like it. Now, can we afford to follow up? Yes. And I will pile on this. I need to be aggressive with the pylons. Very aggressive. The Apo saves him. So it's one of the Apos gone. Put you there with 1 GFI. Then I might need to reroll. Should that happen? Yeah, we've got to reroll that. We've got a block over here that we should take. And then we're going to try and make another couple of GFIs to block you there. So one of the 2 Apos gone, but that Wardancer will be back. Something about this team in GFIs. But what I think we have here is stall prevention. I think he's probably going to want to score this turn. Trees in play. Dodge skill doing its work. I wonder if we're going to see the hit here. We are. Roundbone Man's okay. So, are we trying to stall here? Yeah, looks like we are. If he goes on the sideline, I will bolt it. I think. Of course, we've got no removals yet, thanks to that Apo being gone. He's still got one left and a Babe. He has the +1 fame as well, which is interesting. Must have rolled pretty well at the kickoff. We have had to burn a reroll, so has he. So he's engaging in fights against Tomb Guardians that I personally don't think he should be doing. This is a great way to burn rerolls, right? And that is a skull against a Mighty Blow player, and the Mighty Blow, sadly for me, does nothing of use. Right, so the question now is, how are we going to prevent him from stalling out another turn? Again, the bolt is no good because this thing will just pick it up and score. So it doesn't actually prevent the score, so we're not going to bolt. This could be our target, actually, this catcher. Put you in there, because we've got a block here we can take. We'll take that block first, because we have the block skill. And there we go, did nothing of use. So I'm going to try and move you. Oh, we get a pout. That's very nice. His armor value 8. Doesn't matter. It is just a stun. Actually, this can't be the target because we need to hit this this thrower. So the tree's got guard. We kind of have to hit the tree first. And see what we can do. It is a 1 dice, and that's not awfully safe, is it? Hit that for 2 dice. Just rolls a push. Right, so in theory, the 1 dice is better with him, isn't it? That's not a great result, to be honest. But I'm not going to re-roll it. Kind of want this tree on the floor. Good. Gonna get some players back to threaten things now. We really want them running the ball in on the next turn. Otherwise we are going to run out of time. That 1 dice is absolutely worth it. Tree is up, which means that the tree is stuck on my best player. He's presumably going to blitz through him and score, I would have thought. If I blitz through him, he's just going to blitz him for the free hit. Nope, he's going to go for the dirty player. Gets an armor break. Wow, are we stalling still? We are. We'll see what we're about to be offered up here. But I'm hoping to punish this greed. These elves are notoriously slippery at the moment. But there's plenty of time spare. Very slippery. So bolting the ball is no good right now. This is a dodge through tackle in the second instance. It's fine. The longer this goes on, the more difficult this is going to be to win because we currently have no removals either. There's a 1 from the loner. But his armor holds firm again. I've made my decision. Oh, he's absolutely fine. He is getting fouled into the dirt, though. You here. So, we can now take a 2 dice on the ball. I can't make this 3. Okay, this happens now, I think, because I'm willing to reroll it to find that POW. Nothing doing. And he has block and wrestle, which is a stupid combination, but one that very much works for him right now. Okay. So now we're just going to foul the snot out of him. And I'm going to do that before I take any blocks, in case we see a turnover. This half is not going to plan. This is definitely not going to plan. Is he going to be able to stall out next turn? Not if I put you over here. That would still give me 4 turns to find an equalizer. That's doable. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a casualty on a rookie Tomb Guardian. Nope. And these wood elves are made of titanium today. So I think, well, I've said this for a few turns now. Trying to stall would be pushing his luck, in my opinion. But of course the wizard is now gone. And this has all the hallmarks of he's going to try to stall. Oh, no. Oh, come on. So I'm now getting outbashed by these wood elves with no mighty blow. It appears to be at the moment one of those days. Now I think you can stall again. This is a disaster. And we're going to have to start hurting things soon, or this is just going to go from bad to worse, really. Not even like we can try a risky play to surf this guy, because he's sidestep. It's not going to happen. We're going to need something to go our way, fairly sharpish here. The fouls have done nothing. The Apo's brought back a dead player on a 50-50. I'm now down one of my 3 mighty blow players. The tree will not stay down. Gonna need some Khemri magic today. At the moment, we're looking at having a maybe 3 turn against a full elf team, which is going to be quite something. I already know in my head what I want to do. Although he'll take a dodge here, so I won't even get to do that. I'm regretting burning the wizard now. I don't know if it was a good choice. You can GFI to mark him up. The 6s are rolling out. Well, you only needed a 2, but 6 works. Another 6. This is a good screen, to be fair. He's also, at this position, he's denying me a 3 dice on the catcher, which is the plan for the turn. But, yeah, I'm being denied everything up to this point. There's going to be a 2 dice on the catcher at best. That gives me a block, which I'll take. And can open up a 3 dice, actually. I'm fine with that. Run out of time in the end. Okay, so... can we make it a 3 dice? I don't know. I can't get my guard player into play. Proven to be a frustrating Blood Bowl match, and I'm outnumbered as well. We'll give up on the 3 dice. We'll take our 2. Yeah, I felt a little inevitable, didn't it? So it's a 1 remaining Blitzra, because we are down 1 of them. For a 2 dice there, because he's strength 2. We do have pro available. We're going to need it. Now I can't follow this up, because I'm following up into him. It's just a stun again, you know. They will not go down. And I have to take a GFI to protect the Blitzerat, and you know what's coming. Okay. Cannot get through. GFI here from Billy Ray Cyrus. We've made that. Now we can 2 dice uphill that to give us a 1 dice on the tree. Probably worth. Yeah, good result. Now this is risky and I don't think worth it actually, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm desperate right now. Still outnumbered. The tree is up again. I know it's an irrelevant in terms of the drive, but man. I'm now making no predictions on whether he's going to stall or not. He should blitz the thrower. Because that would be a good piece to get rid of. Should and does. First row to throw Raz. We know this by now. He's okay. Right now, it's a struggle to see how we're going to win this game. Nope, he's going to score. Okay, so we've got a 3-turn this. Full health team, no casualties whatsoever in 6 turns. That is frustrating. Well, I mean, I think I'm in agreement. Okay, so it's loners and a tree. But we need to go way more aggressive, don't we? We'll go very, very aggressive here. Of course, we're not really blitz-proofed, are we? But we're just going to have to... Of course, he has the kick Wardancer. Because, of course, he does. So, this is going to go to a back corner. All right next to him. The reroll is useful for what we're about to try and achieve here. Because we need to make up ground right now. We've only got 1 Blitzra available to us, which is a bad thing. Make that I don't know if I can commit the players to make that a 3 dice. This is going to be so difficult to do because he's got the movement to just screen this off entirely. That's just not a good dice roll. That is just not a good dice roll. Really bad. Now the question becomes, how do we even score? Okay, 2 dice with Mighty Blow here. Get a knockdown. No break. 2 dice here. Get a knockdown. A stun. as is kind of our way at the moment. I'm going to send a player the other way. But we are in a world of hurt right now. And that just made things a lot worse. Oh, oh man. Don't know what the boys ate for breakfast this morning, but it wasn't the coach-approved nutrition. This is going very badly today. Realistically, I think we have to score this half to have any chance of winning the game. Any chance. Okay, so power from the tree. First action tree again. Which in normal Blood Bowl parlance is a bad idea. But it does open up a gap for him to flood some players through, and if I don't pick up the ball next turn, we lose the game. I know there's no webcam or anything here, but if you are wondering, yes, my head is in my hands right now. Wood Elves are a particular weakness of this team, it seems. We struggled last season as well against Back to Square One. We've still got the bribe in pocket, of course. We've not really been able to foul anything yet. Nothing knocked out. This is a loss, isn't it? This is a big loss. We would have really hoped for him to get a casualty today for a level up, but it just isn't happening. Now, he can sprint to mark up. He doesn't have sure feet, but if he wants, he can take 3 GFIs here to mark up the throw route. And that would really, really hurt me. We are in the realms of a Khemri passing play. And of course that comes with its own inherent risks. I think he'll come through here with his blitz for this thrower. Just to dodge away from tackle, if he goes for it. And we got 50 seconds left, barely moved any of his players yet, so definitely thinking about things. Going for the Tomb Guardian. Don't like that as a target. I think that's weak as a blitz target. Gets his knockdown. I don't think that Tomb Guardian was doing anything for me. Oh, he's going to foul it. Okay. So what we do next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 would make that a quick pass. So 2 GFIs for a quick pass. Probably actually just worth. This is still only a 1 dice thanks to the guard. Not got much time left. He chooses to uphill, rolls a skull. Oh, double skulls on the reroll. Okay. And a knockout, so that is something, is it not? Right, so what can I do from here? Stand you up. Again, the scenario is quite simply, if we fail this sure hands pickup, we are 2-0 down and the game is over. This is about to get very, very leery. We got to put something on him. Even his leap out is a 2+, wherever this ball goes. If this fails, we are in trouble. And yeah, I think it's a play we have to make. You're going to go there as a scoring threat. I don't know why we can't break anything today, but it is proving to be a little frustrating. I don't know what to do with that spare skeleton, because I've got no idea how this play is about to go. The idea is roughly to move the ball into this sort of region. So I actually think I want to do that. And cover you off a bit. Oh man, I am nervous right now. We have to make this. Never in doubt, right? Oh, so actually no, we can get into quick pass range. That is a 4+ pass into a 4+ catch. We've got the pass skill, 75%. We've got a team reroll for the catch. Pass is fine. The catch is not fine. This goes down. Which it doesn't. Right, okay, so we're in business a bit. So we move to... Where can the dirty player reach? We got to move the ball. We quite simply have to move the ball. There. Khemri pass and plays against Wood Elves. What are we watching? I think you have to go here. And we really can't be risking GFIs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's doable for him, isn't it? Therefore, I actually think that basing him there is the right spot. We need 1 GFI to score. What could go wrong? He's still got players in scoring range. Donald Duck could still, if the ball ends up free, we can very easily end up 2-0 down here. This is what we had to do to try to win. Because if we can score and get the 1-1, you never know. But this is a very, very important turn 8 in terms of how this season might go. tree takes root. It's a positive start. We just, again, need that all-important critical failure somewhere. We've got a lot of guard around the ball as well. He's got no rerolls. If he is going in, I think it makes sense to go... You can base up this player and go in here, right? To get a 2 dice. This skeleton is a scoring threat too. This skeleton is technically a scoring threat. That would be an assist if he makes it. And with his skill set, he's likely enough to. Slightly better. Dodge skill's gone. Down we go. Right. KO is useful. That's the niggle player. I am not rolling any block dice here. Because I need this reroll to get this ball over the line. 35 times out of 36 we've equalised here. And we have. Oh. Okay, so we got the critical failure we were after. We're now 1-1. Long half ahead of us. So he's got a Babe and 2 KO players. Both of whom come back, so it's a full complement of Wood Elves again. Okay. But this time, we need to set up much more... This needs to be a much slower drive. We don't want to set up as aggressively as this. So we are going to be much more reserved in terms of keeping players back to protect against things like blitzers, and obviously the fact that he's got a kicker as well. We don't need to go rushing off trying to kill things at the moment. As much as we'd like to. Having a second blitzer would have been super useful right now. Here we go. The kick will go deep and right to the sideline. And we will see a riot, which means that we lose a turn. Okay, so that's, again, not a great result for us in terms of kickoff events. Now we're going to shift the whole team over this way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to be able to get to here. Don't think I hate the idea of putting that Tomb Guardian up here, actually. At the very least, might distract him for a bit. Probably going to blitz that first. Good result. Tackle does its job. And we've got a removal, so that's a good start. Mighty Blow getting the job done, as we like to see. So now we need to protect him. Like so. Because he's very, very important. Guard Skeleton is just going to come back around this way as a loose assist. You hit you. Double push. Not the end of the world, I suppose. You hit you. Nice pow. Ah, it's a KO. I really thought we were about to get the level there, but it's 2 down. 2 down is a good thing right now. And then we don't want the tree to be able to follow up onto a Tomb Guardian, so you're just going to have to chill here for now. We want the tree isolated so that I determine what the tree's up against rather than Litil being able to do that. Pratchitep gets it right this time. And going there. He's unlikely to come round and have a go at this. Should be okay for now. So 2 removals was good there. Up by 2. Obviously we are going to look to score on turn 16. And then it'll be about protecting against a 1-turner. Of which he does have a potential 1-turner. He's got this catcher with sheer feet and sidestep. And a tree with grab. So 1-turns are definitely an option for the Woodpeckers here. Missing this Blitzer is still hurting me. It's a Mighty Blow player that we don't have. It means that I'm very much having to give all of the Blitzing duties to Swift. And we just got to think about not leaving him overly exposed. But I expect to just see a full-on elf screen here. And we'll be encouraged to go and join the fight. Still got that bribe as well. Haven't forgotten about the bribe. So that tells me the Blitz coming in on the Tomb Guardian. Double push. That's okay with me. Considering a reroll takes the greed reroll. Wow. Again, things I am okay with include that. Absolutely fine with that. I suppose he wanted to open up this channel for the catcher to come through. Oh, the tree's turned over. The reroll's gone. Tree is down. Right. That is good news. First things first, let's get the ball up the field and start making that safe. So we've got our pick of targets, really. And I think, honestly, the best one might be the lone alignment here. So we can actually afford to leave the tree alone now. Because he's going to stand up and be on his own. Chilling there. We've got guard on opposite corners. This one is just going to go and get himself up into this area, I feel. No. Maybe closer to the front line, actually. Let's get you right up on the front line. We want to keep these Tomb Guardians moving forward as often as we can. So this gives us 3 potential ways to knock him down, of which we roll none. Better that time. Not going to follow. Even though it's a loner, because we've got the bribe and I really need removals, we are, I think, going to foul that. Giving it a block I didn't need to give up here. But I am going to foul that, even though it's a loner. It's all about mass removals right now. Dirty player does his job. It's 11 versus 8, which is looking better. Although we didn't need to give up this hit. Tree stays down. That's what we needed, that turn delay to try and keep the tree down here. Got a couple of players tied up on this Tomb Guardian. I imagine he'll just look to get away. But the 3-player advantage is good because now he's running out of players. Neither loners here, so he's running out of players to protect the better and indeed, in the case of Roadrunner, squishier players. Roadrunner will probably be the primary target because that is the 1-turn threat at this point. And he's niggled. So we can look to get him on the floor. And even if we don't break him, we can look to foul him. Looks like we're committing to a blitz on the Tomb Guardian. Are we? 1 dice knocked down there. Well, the armor break was deserved because we didn't need to give up that hit. 100% sure why we took that. Two dice finds a POW on set 7. We are going to not stand firm because I actually want the ground. So he can push me here or here. And I'm fine with either. Because what we're actually about to find ourselves with now is a bit of a channel to work with. He either has to move Roadrunner away and cover him with this lineman, or leave him to be hit. This catcher might be a decent target for the next turn. So what is he going to protect? The player's moved. So there's now no protection for Roadrunner on the next turn, unless he brings a Wardancer across to cover him. I'd be okay with both these players dodging away, because it lets me get Billy Ray Osiris back into the game over here. Yeah, he needed to do that to protect that player. Okay, that was more bold than I was expecting. Well, one worked eventually. Those two players aren't doing much over there, has to be said. It's been interesting all season to see, and last season as well, to see the different approach that people take to handling the Strength 5. Obviously, before the game, Litil has decided he is more than happy to commit red dice to the problem. We've got an easy 3 dice on this catcher. Very comfortable 3 dice. Need to make sure our cage is okay. We're going to assume we're not going to... We'll move the ball first. I'll put you there. You there. And then you there. Potentially a decent value foul here. Well, that needs a team reroll. So, it's now better to not pile on. So, things that are annoying include having to do the bribe before moving this guard player in, but or the foul, sorry, but we do have the bribe. It's an injury. Donald Duck's gone. And it's a badly hurt. Will he Apo that? I don't think he will. He does have an Apo spare. Chooses not to. And we've got a nice little Khemri scrum right now. With the exception of poor old Billy Ray Osiris, who's been bullied off over there by some mean old wood elves. This is exactly what you've seen from all of our drives before. It's slow and steady and methodical, and we need to make sure that things die on the way. The dirty player's doing his job. We've got 4 turns left. We're in a good spot here. Of course, it's Wood Elves. This can all change in a heartbeat. He could take a shot on Tyler Swift, but it would involve him basing up a couple of players to deny assists. Am I okay with that? Maybe. He can base him up with blodge players, which is pretty good for him. Just going to go for a random skeleton instead. Finds a pout. That's a good job we didn't go from a blitzerer based on those dice. I'm just going to regen. But he's of no use to me now, so it's 10 versus 7. Retreating relatively deep. He knows who he wants to protect. There's only 2 players he's interested in. It's Roadrunner and it's Tootsie Roll Pop Owl. And they are the right 2 to be protecting right now. It's my job to find a way through. Is he going to uphill both? Is he going to uphill either of the Tomb Guardians? Both Tomb Guardians? He is, you know. Now, can we afford a reroll there? Good decision not to. Another KO is good. Right. We now have a hit against target number 1. Tomb Guardian in here. Another skeleton around here. Go in that corner. So this is... Am I willing to commit a reroll to this is the question now. A team reroll on that, possibly. Well, I was asked the question. And that's your answer. He's niggled. It's a KO. He's got a babe. It might not be good enough, but we did need Mighty Blow to get there. Take a GFI with a dirty player. Team reroll gone, of course. And we've got a free hit over here. Oh dear. That Tomb Guardian really isn't very good. So then there were 1, 2, 3, 4, and the tree. The tree's sort of back in the game. That Tomb Guardian's out of the game now. He's never going to catch up. So there's 5 players. But we are down to 1 reroll. That double push is good, because that means this skeleton can just tie up the tree next turn. We've got to tie up the tree now. We've got to make sure he can't get involved, because it's essentially the same as eliminating a player. Now, he's got a shot on the ball if he's willing to uphill that Tomb Guardian on the 3 dice uphill. That is a 6+ that I don't think is a good idea. But the only spot he can get a 1 dice is, well, no, he can't anywhere at the moment. Two plus dodge away from tackle. Sweet Ice uphills it. That was his way in. Gets the skull. And that leaves me an open goal for the player we've wanted to kill all bloody game. You're going here before we do anything else. We do have a dirty player spare. Although I don't know if I'll be able to commit him. But this is the one with the big target on his head. He's the big prize. There's your pow. There he goes. Appos it, so he wants him back for the 1 turn. Which is fair enough. Now, do I foul this? I don't have the player spare to foul that. So actually just going to protect you there. We don't need to be overly greedy right now. I need I need him in exactly that spot, or I would go and no assist foul that. I can maybe get away with putting you there. This could all go horribly wrong, couldn't it? We will see. Nothing doing. Okay, I've foolishly given him a leap into a 1 dice on the ball. That wasn't smart. Let greed be punished. Yeah, he should do it the 3+ way actually with the reroll. Doesn't even need a leap. Although that's through tackle actually, so it's 6 and 2 3s. That was greedy, and I'm annoyed at myself for that. Here we go. 3+ leap. He's in. Yeah, and we are punished. Oh, that could be horrible. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's actually a half decent scatter for me, really. Just gonna try something magic. Dodge skill gone. So that is actually a surfable Wardancer. It's all going to be on the 3+ pickup with sure hands, isn't it? Two 2+s through tackle. Tackle does its job. Will he reroll that? Might have to. Needs the reroll for the 1-turner though, doesn't do it. Sensible. Right, so we can surf that Wardancer now. Stand you up. So we put you there. You were going to do that. Push into the sideline. Oh, don't do this. I don't like this game sometimes. I'll tell you what though. If this scatters out of play, there's hell on. I gotta leave this player back. You have to come all the way back here. If this ball scatters out of play for whatever reason, there is hell on. That's the blitz. I was really worried there. Can you tell? So then it's going to be 1, 2, 3. This is theoretically okay now, isn't it? Theoretically, in theory. It's all on this pickup. We should score if we get this. 3+ with a reroll, sure hands is good. No, he doesn't have the movement to reach. Yeah, he can stand next to me. This has been a stressful game. We might get there. It's all going to be down to his KO rolls. And how many players he's going to have for the one-turn touchdown attempt. If he gets a bunch of them back, then he's likely enough to do it. He's going to go for the key player here with his blitz. He's not going to go near the ball. So that I am actually fine with. Especially when he does that. Now we could use... I could have used an armor break there. But we are going to go 2-1 up. It's all down to this one turn. Right, so we can't lose the game. Oh, they're all back. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Okay. How do you stop this then? Let's have a think. He needs 2 pushes. He's movement 11 thanks to sprint, and he's got sidestep. So it's going to have to be all the Tomb Guardians on the front line. And we're going to have to deny the tree decent blocks. So you're going to go there. Go there. And then Billy Ray Cyrus has earned line of scrimmage duty today. He's been hopeless. So this is stand firm, so we can't use this side, right? So if you can't use that side, we just have to cram this side for the players, don't we? He is going to 1-2. Put the tree here. Grab to there. Then use a player in the backfield here to push. So how would you do this? You would use that tree. You could feasibly put him here to give you a 2 dice. You've got to grab him behind the line. And follow. So you fill this gap. Then your sidestepper, when this player's here or here, your sidestepper is going to be... Basically the sidestepper, because he's stand firm. The sidestepper definitely has to come through all of this, right? Now these... In terms of tackle zones, that means he has more dodges to make. He's now got to run an absolute gauntlet of players. Push to there. He's probably going to push to there. That puts him in range. His tackle wants to go there. Then from here it's going to be 3+, 3+. He's probably going to go that way, isn't he? So you make that a little harder. I suppose you could technically do Can you hear the cogs whirring, everyone? That's the square he's going to aim for. He's going to go that way. So, of course, there could be a riot. Could throw a rock and get the ref that I cancelled. There could be a riot, which would give him 2 turns. And to be honest, if he gets a riot, he's just going to. It's going to be a draw if a riot happens because he's just going to run down here. So there's nothing we can do. We're not in control of our own destiny anymore. I've done all we can. Well, we've done all we can. We're 2-1 up. And from there, it is all down to what Nuffle decides the result of this game will be. I think he's going to aim for that square. We are basically just sitting here relying on a critical failure at some point during this play. And not a riot. I mean, perfect defense again would be ideal, but we've already had one of them. I think the difficulty for him is going to be making that 3rd block. Because you're going to be making it against strength 5. Hell, I wouldn't even mind a pitch invasion that took down all 3 of these. We never used the bribe in that game. Interesting development. Pratchitep will level after the game, of course, after that 2nd touchdown. And we still can't get anything on the Tomb Guardians. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Here we go. Short kick, high kick. Oh, wow. Ah, it's a touchback. Ah, Nuffle, mate, come on. Ah. That was not the one. That is the one. Come on, Loner. Come on, Loner. Yes! Oh, I hate to cheer quite like that, but this is a big result. I think it might still be doable. He might be able to bring his Wardancer all the way around here to hit this one. Well, Billy Ray Osiris has had that coming all day. He does regen. 3 out of 3 for regen today. Well, 3 out of 4, sorry. We forgot about this one. Is that possible still? I think it might. You can't hit this one because that's stand firm. I think following is actually going to screw him over here, maybe. He can do that. I don't see where he's going to sidestep to. He can go there, and then go there, and then go there. It's where he's going to sidestep to that's the issue. I mean, he's absolutely surrounded his player. But where's he going to sidestep to? Oh, I suppose he can sidestep in any direction, right? So he can sidestep towards his own tree. Reroll is gone for this. He's going to leap into there. That was a very high leap. 2 dice appeal is also not good enough. I mean, he's nailed him, to be fair to him. So, yeah, he's just going to step away. Tomb Guardian might be about to be gang fouled within an inch of his life here. Oh no. That's a big foul on a Tomb Guardian, isn't it? Should maybe have stood firm there to deny an extra assist. The tree's not providing an assist, everybody else is. This could hurt if we lose with Jethro Tull. Four plus foul. Please be okay. He's okay. He's okay. And we have won. Go for a Wardancer pass. Makes sense. Puts him into MVP range. He did die Tipsy Waterfowl before. There it goes. And there it is. So that's going to be 2-1. We're still undefeated. That's 9 games undefeated now this season. And that's a big step towards the playoffs, I think. That's a big step. Remember that we do still have the bye week in hand in week 13. Another 5 on the wins, and the MVP goes to a skeleton because Tomb Guardians hate me. Donald Duck gets a level for Little there. But yeah, we really had to go sort of balls to the wall there. Quite a lot, because there was the pass and play in the first half. I think, again, we probably got a little fortunate to win that. I think a draw was probably fair. I think I definitely misplayed. Something to learn ahead of the second Wood Elf game. I think we misplayed the defensive part of that drive. Gonna have to be a lot tighter against Pyro, but we get away with it today, and we get to level our throw ra, which is fun. So we'll do that now. And he rolls a normal, so I think that's kickoff return. Because with more Wood Elves on the horizon, and Werewolves as well, who are quick, I think that's a kick-off return because we need to get him close at the ball quickly. That's fine. He's Agi 3, so he's not getting fired. So, the league table now. We remain on top 7-2-0 now. Back to winning ways, which is good. I think if we hadn't have won that, suddenly you start to think that maybe the wheels are falling off and we're not going to we're going to stumble over the line. But that is 23 points. And Parmu is in second place on 19. But importantly, the two Necros in third and fourth are only on 15. They still have games to play this week. Bash Buddies get the bye week before we play them next week. Necromuppets are playing Clawtimore Rams. So tough one for Chubstep. So Barzerk will actually definitely go under 18 points. So that means we are still 5 clear of the third place cut-off for playoffs. But we play Bash Buddies next. And of course, they're not going to take any damage because they are playing against the bye week. So they get a free win. But they do have a Claw Mighty Blow Werewolf and a Strength 4 Agi 4 Ghoul. Flesh Golems, we should be able to handle them. And there's not an obvious really killy piece. It's not. We've done well against Necro so far. There's no reason not to be scared of that fixture, I wouldn't say. But that was a scary game today, and we've managed to win it. So, good news. We'll wrap that up there, and we'll be back in week 10. Almost there now, aren't we? Almost there.